Oh wow, okay. It seems the leader of this group just changed something in the background and we all went on a well. So we'll again go through the countdown. And yes, we'll be racing today here in Portugal without any qualifying. It would be a direct race, and yeah, it will be a fun one because in these particular races, the AI decides where you start, and that can be right at the front, or right at the back, or somewhere in the middle top, middle bottom, you name it. So you never know what you're gonna get, and if you're in the middle of the pack, trust me, that's not somewhere you want to be. So let's see how we manage from where we start, and the session starts now. And yeah, Portugal is a recent addition to the F1 circuit. We started racing in Portugal, I believe, in 2021, and yeah, ever since Portugal has come to the circuit or come to the calendar in F1, it's been fun. There are certain parts of the track which are which have a high elevation, or you dip down suddenly in certain parts of the track. So I will be showing you those parts of the track, and as you can see, I'm somewhere at the front by the looks of it because I can see the five lights quite clearly. I believe I might be the seventh or the eighth guy on the grid, and we have quite a few number of people here. And the damage is set to reduced, so let's see if we manage to scrape the first turn. Yep, I'm nice. Our first turns are always messy, man.
Okay, mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
Okay. Oh boy, this is fun.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
So far, it's turning out to be nice indeed. So right now we are eighth. So we've actually gained a point. We started at ninth. There's going to be a crash at some point.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
Oh yeah. Oh ho ho.
The track is clear, green flag.
And this is lap 3 and we are gonna get DRS. Let's see if this joke
Okay,
behaves
DRS is now available.
like a gentleman, because if someone... Yep. The fuck is this guy up to? One of us is gonna crash.
Green flag.
Oh boy, so far it has been eventful, but let's see. We still have a full one more lap to go.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 15.3 seconds.
Haha. Oh boy, this is turning out to be much more eventful than I thought.
You can take that to the bank.
Oh yeah, that was quite the race. So yeah, like you like you saw in the series, it can get pretty wild. We have so many people behind you, in front of you, who are trying to get ahead of you for some reason. Of course, there's only one reason, and that's to get to the pole. And yeah, things can get pretty messed up, especially when you have damage on in this particular race. you can quickly lose your race on the very first turn, or you can get right to the end like I did and make up a lot of places while you do that. That's one of those, right? And wonderful, we still have the whole lobby with us, so everyone is pretty excited, it seems. Otherwise, I've seen in certain lobbies, people don't tend to stay long. They only stay for a race, and a lot of them get DNF because, like in this particular lobby, you have damage turned on, and it's set on reduce. So again, you are still gonna get damage on your car if you bump into or crash into someone, and you're still going to lose performance as and when it happens. So once you have damage on the car, it really doesn't make sense that you drive any longer. You should rather get into the pits if it's a front wing damage. But otherwise, if you have damage to the side parts or the rear wing, that can easily be caused by someone crashing into you on purpose. With a while you're at a turn with a very high speed, and he slightly bumps you to the left or the right, and you crash into the wall. So yeah, that can inflict damage on the side parts on your car. Uh, that can literally lead to a lot of downforce loss, and yeah, and those kind of losses don't let you drive the car as easy or as smoothly as you normally would. So you suddenly lose interest in a whole race, and you're like, why am I even driving? Let's quit this session and get into another one. So yeah, that can be a bummer, but that's part of the race. And the next race we are into is in China. And wow, we already have people who have readied themselves. Let me show you what the host has put in store for us. So he has allowed us all the settings that we need to make. He has not logged any settings here, so everything is set on high. But here's the interesting part in it. As you can see, car damage is set to reduce, car damage rate is set to reduce, low fuel mode is easy. So that means that you don't have to conserve fuel on your race. Race start will be manual, so there's a clutch involved. Collision on and ghosting is on. Now I don't understand this part, but yeah, be assured that your car can get damaged. So a reason why I think I didn't get damage in my previous race, and at one point in the race, someone did bump me to the left of the track, and I did not get any pop up on the screen stating that the front wing has a damage or something like that. I don't know what this guy is up to, but yeah. So that is probably the reason, because he's turned collision, ghosting on. Had he turned ghosting off, it would have been 100% certain that if you bump into someone, you can damage your car and you can damage his car. So as we can see, we have the full lobby here, not even a single player. As you can see here, not even a single player is left. And I am part of Alpine. I specifically go for this car whenever it's available, because the engine sound that Alpine makes it very easy for me to know which gear I'm on, and how gradually I'm upshifting or downshifting my gear. So there is a very unique. I don't know what this guy is doing. I have absolutely no clue. He's making changes here and then everyone is going on unwell, and it's just dragging this longer than it's supposed to. What an idiot. And I know who this idiot is. He's an Aston Martin. Yeah, now half of the people will not go on a wheel thinking that he will again do this. So what a bunch of jerks. Alright guys, we'll have to wait until everyone gets settled down and goes on a wheel, and we can have a damp race. And I don't think there's an option to kick this guy out of the lobby because it's not a ranked multiplayer, it's an unranked play, so do whatever the heck you please. I have no clue what is going to go now. We are the last 5 seconds of the timer. Oh yeah. So the race starts for good. Let's see. So we've not raced on the Chinese circuit for quite a long time. It's not been part of the F1 calendar for some time now, since 6 years maybe. I could be wrong. I've recently started watching Formula One, but I don't remember China being in the track list some time back. So yeah, and I would love to have the Indian F1 circuit that is at Greater Noida to be part of the F1 calendar. It's quite a technical circuit. I've seen videos in which people have driven on that track and looks to be quite challenging, I would say. Uh, just like the Losail circuit in Qatar. That's one thing that I would love to have on the F1 calendar as well, or a mod that we can pay for and get it installed on our own versions of F1. So yeah, that is something the Codemasters can work on. And again, in this particular lobby, I'm again on the front of the grid, but here it's a long sweeping turn to the right, and no one really knows until they've passed a couple of corners. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so far so good. What the hell, man? My table keeps moving. The fuck? जैसे तू स्पीड गेन कर रहा था वैसे अब मैं करूंगा. तो
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. now use DRS. DRS now available. Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Haha, I overbrake. Yep, that's what happened. What a bunch of jerks. Yep, the whole fucking race is screwed, bro.
Caution, caution. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, clear. You can take that to the bank.
Sorry about that, Bon, but yeah, that's what happened with me. So again, can't be sure if you did it or someone else, but that's how it works. Oh boy, that was quite this. I think I was the cause of DNF for a certain dog, 0070819 currently. And Sam Tap Tap, who's the leader of this lobby, said, oh man, bad 15. So far my races have been good, but can't say someone has me in their crosshairs and might take shot at me in the next race, try to screw my race and be out with it. Oh boy, I've seen a lot of those people. A lot of them. I don't know who's still left. I believe that's the guy in 16th who should be over shortly. And now he's in pit. What the hell is he doing? I don't know. The game should end here. Yep, it does. He thought that he could delay the spin further. Idiot. Okay. That was an eventful race. I started first and I ended first, which is awesome. And I'd been at the back of the grid for some time in between, but yeah, also and had to push certain way out of, push certain people out of the way while I did it. But yeah, that's what it is. No one is fair. No one. And if you try to be fair, you're the stupidest guy in the whole lobby. Unless it's a ranked multiplayer, you don't have to be careful because that's no point. I had uh, I had 3 consecutive races in which I got a DNF, all due to the fact that I was driving clean and the guy behind me or in front was totally dirty. And some player totally hate it when you overtake them, in a certain corner. You go outside of them or you go inside and suddenly, they will make this move, which is specifically aimed to bump you out. It would be clear as day as to what his intentions were. It's never a mistake because you always know who's near you and who's alongside you and who's behind you and who's in front. You have side mirrors on the game that tell you, and there are indicators that tell you that someone is right behind you or right next to you. So that in those places you really can't go wrong. And if someone tells me that I didn't do it on purpose, I would slap him in the face and said you did. And here's the proof. And then we have race replays that you can record. I believe at least the last 3 race replays. And if you need evidence, they're always there. So you can slow the game down and show everyone who was doing what. So yeah, as long as you're clean, there's nothing to worry. But then at certain times, you have to get dirty with certain lobbies. Oh boy, okay. This should be much more fun. So right now I am 4th in this lobby, and let's see where I end up at the end of this race. I'm still on 22, or because I see that there's one other guy who's on the same points as I am. So let's see if that guy stays in 3rd, or if I move ahead of him, or if I go below. There are people who are just 4 points behind me, so hopefully I don't get a DNF and I get in points. So that's the expectation out of the race. And yeah, if I get lucky, and come up 1st or 3rd. Yep. And this guy is doing it again. Damn, man. Damn. Dude. What is wrong with you? And there's a guy who's a spectator here. Good luck to him. Jesus, this takes so much more time. These guys needs to understand that they're delaying everybody's time. Otherwise, we could just do the next race and move on, and those who don't want to be here can leave. But yeah, That's what it is. And if you did like any of the races, if you found a certain part of the race interesting, do mention those in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I do upload content almost on a daily basis. So F122 is sort of a routine in my daily life. I get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. IST, and first thing we do is, brush your teeth, make a hot cup of tea or coffee, and sit down and start my PlayStation 4 and get on the race. So that's my daily schedule. So yeah, you'll find more content like this in the coming times as well. I already have a lot of videos. I believe they have crossed around 600, including all the other videos, of all other games apart from F1. So this is included. It's not just F1 that I'm talking about. So I have close to 700 videos on my YouTube channel. And now suddenly he has turned this race into a medium F1 where we are going to be racing for 14 laps, starting with a one-shot qualifying, right? And let me see if he has made any changes to the simulations. If he has kept this at reduced, thankfully. And I've been kicked from the system. Wow, okay. That was totally unexpected. Alright, I don't really give a fuck, but it's good that I'm out of that lobby. So let's move on to ranked multiplayer and see if someone is logged in at this time. Because ranked lobbies are much more decent than these idiots, who take things, take rules for a toss. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So what ideally happened is that I joined the lobby when the race was about to finish. So yeah, that could be the reason why. Let us see if we have any lobby worth joining. Alright, so there is a race here in Brazil which shows that the lobby is still live and they've not gone into a race. Okay. So yeah, now we are going to have I don't know if I'm going to be part of this qualifying. Let's see. Because I pressed ready at the last second, probably. Yep, I did. I am in. So I'm still making up my mind whether I want to go through with the qualifying here. But let's see what the assists are. Let's skip this qualifying and start from the back. We have a lot of time to catch these guys. So I'll start on the medium and we'll pull it up from there. So this is what the qualifying page looks like, and by default you're on the softs, which give you the maximum speed out of corners, but they are effective only for the first few laps. In particularly qualifying, you only get 2 laps before the actual tire life goes for a toss. And we are going to retire from this session and let the others work their way out. And we'll pick a guy up and see as to how he is pulling through the corner. So as you can see, he is already hitting a speed of 320 before this turn. But he slowed down and he is definitely out of the qualifying as per a timer. And he is an American V8, and the way this guy took this corner is alright. So yep, now he's definitely out. He is definitely out. So when the qualifying ends, his name will go right at the bottom, right next to me. Oh, so he has been spared. Wow. Okay. Cool. So now we are on with the race here, and our race strategy would be to start from the mediums, which is going to give me a balanced veer and a longer run on the tires, without losing significant grip. And then we'll be switching to the soft towards the end of the race. We'll get 4 or 5 laps probably to run on the softs, and we'll try to make the most of what we can within those laps. Because obviously, when we'll pit, we will be losing a bit of time. There'll be people who will go in front, so we'll have to again catch up with them. So, well, everyone is supposed to have, do that, except when, as a leader, you've already pulled from the pack, you know, by more than 30 seconds, which is ideally a pit stop time for any particular F1 track. Then you can enter your pit, change your tires, and come out the leader, but that's very rare. So here we'll change the stint tire to medium, and here we'll go for softs. Right, and we are ready for the race. And not sure what the simulation settings are, but okay, good. It's good that I saw this. It's set to standard, so this is much more dangerous. Come on.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please.
Oh, yeah. So with mediums, you can clearly see that they drag a little bit, but not as much as the hard.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
Okay. So I totally trust my engineer Jeff whenever he gives me any information.
reserved parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get
Oh
the
wow,
edge on the
okay,
surrounding
cool.
drivers as the lights go out.
We let the bastards race. Go, go, go. Crash into each other. I have no hurry at all. We definitely have damage. Haha, damn bad.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice launch. So the guy in front, one is on the mediums and one is on the soft. So the guy with the soft tire is going to lose his performance much quicker than the one. And we seem to have a much better grip than the guy in front. We're catching up on him quite.
DRS now
Oh,
enabled.
but
DRS enabled.
I just hit the fastest time on mediums. Wow, my pace is.
Green flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Am I the leader? Damn.
Okay, we're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car. Approaching the safety car, you're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
What the hell is wrong with the safety car? This carries on forever. That's what happens with losers like you, motherfucker.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You'll be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety cars reach the pit lane. Okay, clear.
We're gonna push like hell. Pulling out a second a lap on the guy behind.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
So how are you doing, George? Okay, I learned something new. That has definitely gained me a second, a whole second, I would say. Now I'm gaining even more time. All right. I might have to go on mute now.
Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, the gap behind is 12.3 seconds. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.